Welcome to Travel Academy. If you enjoy this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. Number 1. New Rochelle. Located about 25 minutes from Midtown Manhattan, New Rochelle is another popular city in New York for commuters. It's also one of the oldest communities in the state. Nestled in Westchester County, you'll find vast waterfront estates lining the Long Island Sound and historic homes peppering the streets of this, the 7th largest city in New York. The downtown is charming and it features enough local shops and restaurants to help you while you're away at least a few hours. In warmer months, sailboats and other watercraft bob their hellos from the New Rochelle harbor. Visiting Glen Island Park is one of the best things to do in New Rochelle, especially during the summer. Bring beach gear as you'll want to park yourself on the soft sand for an entire afternoon. The park is housed on a 105-acre island that is reached via drawbridge. Number 2, Lake Placid. Technically more of a village than a city, Lake Placid is perhaps the most beautiful town in New York State. If you're looking for a scenic spot to eat good food, shop in small boutiques, and spend the day skiing down hills or kayaking on a lake, Lake Placid is the place to be. Lush forests and giant craggy mountains replace the tall skyscrapers found in bigger cities, Manhattan. The cacophony of horn honking and shouting is traded for serene sounds of snow falling or birds chirping in trees. With such a tranquil and stunning backdrop, Lake Placid is the place where worries melt away. No wonder it was chosen to host the Winter Olympics in 1932 and in 1980. Number 3, Buffalo. For years, Buffalo has had a bit of a bad rap. Once an economic powerhouse, it literally got its power from Niagara Falls. This big city in New York fell upon hard times, which resulted in empty buildings in a few less than stellar areas of town. But today, those times are far behind this bustling city, the 2nd largest in the state. Keep the kids happy with a trip to the Buffalo Zoo. Try the city's namesake chicken wings and add a trip to the Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens to your sightseeing itinerary. Discover more about the city's brief history as a leader in the auto industry at the Pierce Arrow Museum. And if you're an art lover, hit the Albright Knox Art Gallery. Number 4, Ithaca. Ithaca offers visitors a truly inclusive vacation filled with shopping, entertainment, academia, and some of the most gorgeous scenery in the state. This fun college city is set on the stunning southern edge of Cayuga Lake, the largest of New York's Finger Lakes. A tranquil city and ever so beautiful. Your camera will quiver with excitement. You'll want to spend days, not hours, in this picturesque spot. Ithaca is most notably home to the Ivy League, Cornell University, and Ithaca College. Imagine being surrounded by deep gorges and cascading waterfalls as you hit the books. Not a bad backdrop to help quell exam worries. Number 5, Saratoga Springs. Want to feel young again? Well, take a dip in the waters of Saratoga Springs, believed by the Mohawk and Iroquois tribes to have healing powers. The waters from the springs in this pretty city in New York were once thought to cure diabetes, heartburn, and kidney ailments, among others. While none of these claims have been proven, they did help turn Saratoga Springs into a top New York State tourist destination by the 19th century. Today, visitors get a chance to test these theories themselves at the Roosevelt Baths and Spa, located in Saratoga Springs Spa State Park. Not a fan of spas or the hefty price tags that often accompany a visit? Well, you can find nearly 21 mineral springs among the top tourist attractions in the city. When you aren't trying to sip from or bathe in the Fountain of Youth, head to the city's beautiful Yaddo Gardens or thrill your inner car lover at the Saratoga Automobile Museum. Number 6, Rochester. Rochester is a city built for fun, especially if you're a kid. First off, it boasts the thundering 96-foot waterfall, aka High Falls, one of the best waterfalls in New York State. If you ever want to feel small, stand next to this beauty. Next up on the list of fun things to do in Rochester is to visit the youthful and super fun Strong National Museum of Play. Who wouldn't want to visit a museum dedicated to toys and games? This awesome spot even hosts the National Toy Hall of Fame and the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Sea Breeze Amusement Park is another winner with families. as is the expansive Seneca Park Zoo and Rochester Museum and Science Center. Traveling without little ones in tow, you'll have a blast. At the historic homes, George Eastman Museum and Highland Park, head out for a hike, admire the nearby waterfalls, or play a round of golf. You won't get bored, we promise. A hub for foodies. This fun city in New York also offers a vast array of fantastic restaurants. Be sure to try a bunch of them to get a taste of all the city has to offer. The food at Sinbad's Mediterranean cuisine is divine, as is the fine fare served at Pasta Via. Number 7. Niagara Falls. Pretty much everyone has heard of Niagara Falls. A cool 150,000 gallons of water plunge over this famous landmark waterfall every second. Yes, you heard that right. Every second. Everyone should really see these exceptional falls at least once in their life. While the Canadian Niagara Falls is deemed to have the best view of the watery wonder, the American city of the same name offers a quieter, more resplendent experience. It's even been touted the honeymoon capital of the world, and for good reason. Obviously, the main tourist draw is the remarkable falls. Whether you take a boat tour to the base, visit the Cave of the Winds for a wet and up-close view of Bridal Veil Falls, or book a helicopter tour to view the falls from above, you won't be disappointed by the amazing opportunities for sightseeing in this small yet impressive city in New York. Number 8. Syracuse. The fourth largest city in New York State, Syracuse boasts all the impressive elements of a big city, interesting museums, i.e. the Erie Canal Museum and the Milton J. Rubenstein Museum of Science and Technology, good restaurants and boutique shops. It's also home to the 43-acre Rosamond Gifford Zoo, which offers enough indoor attractions to make it a good bet for keeping kids entertained in all types of weather. With so many great tourist attractions on offer, it's no wonder that Syracuse is deemed one of the best cities in New York. The downtown core features shops, cafes, and restaurants, as well as beautiful historic buildings that have been lovingly restored to evoke the simpler days of old. Outdoorsy folk may be more taken with Onondaga Lake Park, Clark Reservation State Park, and Hiawatha Lake, where they can swim, fish, boat, or climb cliffs, or hike through the woods. For many, one of the highlights of a Syracuse visit is a trip to Destiny, USA, a humongous shopping mall and entertainment complex. In addition to shopping till you drop, visitors to this retail utopia can drive a go-kart or swing through a rope suspension course. Number 9. Albany. Beautiful Albany is a historic haven mixed with the modern architectural marvels. We're looking at you, the Egg and Empire State Plaza. The New York State Capitol is perhaps its most famous structure, a majestic building set atop State Street Hill. It took over 32 years to build this masterpiece during the late 1800s. Walking around the city's streets is like traveling through a history book. You'll spot remarkable homes, churches, and other noteworthy buildings peppered throughout. And don't miss the incredible New York State Museum. It's been deemed the oldest state museum in the US, and it sits in the most unique and striking building. It's also one of the top attractions in the Hudson Valley. Insider's tip: board a river cruise to see the city from the water. It's set upon the west bank of the Hudson River, and there are numerous cruises to choose from. Number 10. Yonkers. Yonkers is the fourth largest and one of the best cities in New York. Set on the east bank of the Hudson River, this New York City neighbor is a commuter haven for those with Manhattan-based jobs. Among the city's most unmissable tourist attractions are the Hudson River Museum, don't miss the planetarium or period house, and Untermeyer Gardens Conservancy. The walled garden is particularly stunning, as are the Temple of Love and the Greek-inspired amphitheater. Well, we hope you enjoyed learning about all of the amazing places you can see when visiting New York. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. We'd love to hear about all of your adventures when you visit New York, so leave a comment below and let us know.